It had to be compassion because she passed away in 2001, which was really, it's been hard on me, but I still kept so much of what she taught me. She was a social worker, and she dealt with foster kids and child abuse. And so even though, I grew up, I just grew up knowing that you had to help other people. And that's the one thing I've tried, I think, to pass on to my kids, because they didn't really get to know their grandmother. So it is just kind of a warm, fuzzy feeling that you've got to take care of other people. I think probably my favorite memory with my mom, we used to go to the beach all the time, and she loved the outdoors. And, growing up, it was every weekend. We were an hour and a half from the beach, but every weekend we would have to go to the beach, and she would just sit there and watch me play with me, take me out in the water. And I think when I think of my mom, I think of the outdoors, and I think of the beach. And the beach is calming and soothing anyway, so it's just kind of a warm fuzzy for me. Being a role model means everything to me, to my kids, because I'm a single mom now, and I've been divorced for several years, and that was a tough thing for my kids to go through. And having all three kids still with me, I knew that I had to step it up and really be there for them. And so it's made me much more conscious of what I do in my daily life and how I interact and treat people. And I hadn't worked for 19 years. I had been a stay-at-home mom. So all of a sudden I'm thrust into the world and having to find a job, find a way to work, which is kind of how I got into blogging and social media and marketing. So I've tried to lead by example that, you can make it on your own. You don't necessarily have to, but you can pick yourself back up and move on and be successful. I think when I talk about on a day-to-day basis, I've got teens, so it's hard for me to connect with them all the time, and the internet has really helped because one's in college, and so I can connect with her there. But I think it's very important to still be that role model even when they've left, and so we do make time every week to get together, whether it's on Skype or just on the phone. With the two that I still have at home, it's very important to do those family dinners, and it's really interesting. I'm busy working now. Some days I work 14 hours. It's my 18-year-old who says, "Mom, I've cleared the dinner table off. It's time for dinner." And I can't say no. I will tell my boss, "Sorry, my daughter's fixed dinner and we're going to go eat and we're going to sit at the table." So they get it and they like that. My favorite thing about being a mom overall is seeing my kids smile and having three teenagers. When I know that they're happy, it just makes me feel happy inside. And as a mom, you just want your kids to be successful. That's what you try to do. You try to get them to the point where they're ready to leave, even though you want to pull them back. But success isn't necessarily measured by how successful you are out there. As long as they are happy, it just gives me a good feeling inside. Mom, I love you and I missed you. Thank you, Mom.